I'm Eric Wickberg. I'm the Director of Sales with CHIEF Manufacturing. The hurdles that we see from CHIEF, the biggest one just from an industry is the ROI of digital signage. So what return are essentially the retailers, the QSRs, the banking industries getting back for their investment into digital media versus their traditional content. So beyond that, I really think the hurdles that have been the hardware challenges for mounting or doing digital signage have actually been overcome, and it's simpler, that side of piece of things. The piece that I've seen in customers that have come and talked to me is still that software side of things, and the content management is still sort of that, there's some black magic around it, if you would, but it's sort of getting past that or simplifying that part of the digital signage and pulling that in with that hardware connectivity that really has come a long way. The vertical markets for digital signage, I mean, they're scattered for each different way. The big one that we've seen actually has done in 2010 is the banking industry has actually done a lot of digital signage rollouts, or specifically CHIEF has done a lot for the bank industry. The one that I see for going forward that we've had a lot in the pipeline is the QSR industry. The quick service restaurants has really, with the legislation with the caloric intake and et cetera, and the digital menu boards, we're finally starting to see that to pop in the marketplace, and instead of seeing these projects that have gone from pilot stage to actually going to national rollouts and expanding from beyond that. So for us, we're most excited and for the opportunity for the quick service restaurant market. The next big technology thing is, well, I don't think it's a mount technology for driving digital signage. I do believe the mounts and CHIEF will actually support that next technology evolution. The big thing I actually have seen is some of the video walls and bringing multiple displays in and scalable components to doing video walls. And be that many different things. It's just seeing 2 or 3 or 4 displays type of things, but also now into the micro sort of things and the micro building blocks that we've seen at the show and building this up. So you can customize that displays and using multiples in a different way to really get the message across and sort of promote and have a wow kind of factor of that content out in the marketplace. The big thing of what I see for CHIEF going in the next 2 years and with digital signage, especially doing these shows as we've seen it evolved, is really the connection, the affiliation with other vendor partners and sort of the content with this. And really, as I see it evolve for this, it becomes a networking, and really digital signage is about the networking side of bringing all the different components and the myriad of partners out there and saying, how do you present a simple solution to a customer with multiple, your content provider, your display manufacturer, your mounting side of things, your digital media player kind of pieces, and bringing all this together. It's that networking side of pulling together and having that as a simpler solution and a better solution for the customers. Yeah, actually, we did one of the educational seminars at the show, and I was one of 3 panelists for our session. It was around the hardware connectivity and focusing on display solutions. So specifically, my piece of the presentation was very focused on application challenges for digital signage, and specifically video wall solutions, digital menu boards. How do you do and how do you improve the aesthetics and the visual look of doing digital signage, and then also talking about ceiling mount applications and media players and integrating a lot of these different pieces together into this. So my co-presenters for this was Jeff Metzger with Rhombus Services from an installation perspective and how do you do national rollouts, and my other speaker was Adrian Weinman, who really brought from a content perspective. How do you have it, and how do you manage and how do you put content in front of the user? This is CHIEF's 5th year exhibiting at the Digital Signage Expo. We've actually increased our booth space every year, going from I think a 10 by 10 originally to now over a 20 by 20, and increasing our investment to it. And this far and away this year has blown away the previous years for this. So not only from we're seeing from an end user standpoint, but also from CHIEF, I guess CHIEF growing up in the digital signage market, the networking side of things, the other industry partners we've had, and then just the quality of integrators and really the quality of leads, I guess, you have for this is people coming with real projects and real driving this and really saying, here's the challenges I have. I have to do 1,000+ screens for this, and I have this national rollout. How do we get this done? So I'm excited. 2011 has been far and away the best show we've done. CHIEF's customers for digital signage is, well, I'd say every case is different, but it's interesting, and really we've always questioned about how to get into the digital signage market, and really how do you get to that next pace about it. because frankly, our customers are the guys who have done traditional signage and run with this, and now they're posed with the challenges of saying, hey, they're coming back, and there's traditional signage guys, they're customers of the retail stores or the banking or this, and saying, hey, we want to go to the next step, we want to go to the digital media. How do we get there? And so those content guys are now, how do we go and find the guys who have done traditional advertising? So the best venue actually for that, as seen, is actually at the DSE, or as the Digital Signage Expo. And getting out there and getting in front of these guys. The other side that really Chief does is many times we're the mountain. So we're not necessarily leading the charge, but really what it is we work a large number of integrators, display manufacturers, different component prices, and again that comes back to the networking that we see at the show with the other vendors and the other exhibitors, pulling together that solution of really getting to their customers. Chief's best message we've had at 2011 DSE, really we're application focused. So it's been around video walls, it's been around digital menu boards, it's been around solutions for this. And I guess the underlying message for Chief at every show is, hey, how do we make it simpler for you to install your displays? How do you make it simpler to get your media out there? And then after you do that is, how is it easier to service those after you've had it in it and making it look good? So our underlying message with mounts is really around those three cornerstones, if you would. I'm Eric Wickberg. I'm the Director of Sales with Chief. I'm at the Digital Signage Expo. Where are you?